Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I do hope you're having a wonderful day. If you do enjoy the content, please consider dropping that like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Now, we are quickly going towards the end of September, if you can believe that, and into the last quarter of the year. Now, there's a bit of a, if you will, a nervousness, if you want, preparation for big volatility with the central bank talking. I think everybody knows what they're gonna do. I don't think it makes much difference if they raise rates 25 basis points or not anymore. The point is, if the banks don't lend, and they only lend to upward individuals and corporations, it doesn't really make much difference. It's a little bit like when they had rates at zero. If you have good credit scores, you get access to cheap money. So it helps the life of people who are already benefiting. But if your debt score is terrible, if you're already indebted beyond belief, it doesn't really make much difference to you. So that's why you see every time they cut rates for long periods of time and they print a lot of money, what happens is that money goes into financial assets. Rich people own financial assets. They have access to capital. Most people don't. So what happens is you create this big difference between rich people and poor people. That's actually every time that the governments talk about, reducing the gap between rich and poor, they actually have a way to do it, which is stop manipulating the interest rates and the bubbles correct, and financial assets come crashing down, and basically rich people own the majority of it. So you solve a big portion of the wealth gap almost immediately. The problem is the politicians who are in charge and can control this are also wealthy people. So, and their campaigns are financed by very wealthy people who don't want that to happen. So every time that you see politicians talking about the wealth gap, it's just smokes and mirrors to get your precious little vote. That's it. Now, after this little tangent, September seems not to be full-fledged yet. I did say everyone was expecting it, so maybe we're gonna not see it. But I also don't think we're gonna see a massive upside month. But who knows? I mean, maybe we're gonna have a very good month. The point is, every day that goes by, we are closer to the beginning of the bull market. We are closing to the Bitcoin halving. We are close to what we consider to be the super cycle. Now, what is the problem here? The level of scams, the complexity of those are also improving, which is bad, right? And I would like just to take this time maybe to remind everyone about some security things. I know it's not the most exciting topic. We all want to know what are the next 10 coins they're gonna 100x in 3 hours. Yeah, man, I'm not too much in the game of coming here with the different top 10 stocks every single time, every top 10 coins every single video, until eventually I get one and then only talk about that one. I mean, that's a different type of scamming, but I don't see the point of it. But things like not your keys, not your coins, things like don't connect your wallet into fake dApps, don't fall for fake airdrops. These are all very basic things, but you'd be surprised how many people fall for these things. And in my opinion, as your portfolio grows, your sense of security towards it would also grow. Same way that if you have $100 bill, you carry it around. If you have $1,000, okay, maybe you keep it at home. If you have $10,000, okay, maybe part of it goes to a bank. If you have $10 million, okay, maybe you spread it, okay, 2 million here, 250K there, 250K there, 250K there, blah, blah, blah. It's the same principle. So as your money is growing, or as your portfolio grows, you should invest further in security. Now, most importantly, there's going to be a wave of YouTubers who's going to ride the bull market as well. So they're going to be talking about all the hottest cryptos. They will be talking about 100 cryptos going to go up 100-fold. And typically, these people have no credibility. They have no clue about what they're doing. And they're just riding the bull market wave. But they use it to create a big following. And then they start charging that following money for certain things in which they are not qualified to do it, and they bring actually no added value. They are just benefiting from the bull market. And as soon as the bear market comes in, their whole portfolio starts to collapse. But their key is to originate income from you guys. That's the point behind the whole exercise. And that's why they talk about the subject. That's why you see people that you've never seen before. All of a sudden, they're all crypto specialists. What happened? Blah, blah, blah. You see, I've been talking about this here on YouTube when crypto was as boring as watching paint dry. Why? Because you're in the recovery year. You're in this freaking sideways movement, up and down a little bit. I mean, we had weeks that we were below almost $100 differential on Bitcoin. And my point was, check the projects which have not been hacked, are actually functioning as they are supposed to, actually have developers working on it, actually have developers working harder now than during the bull cycle the last time. That's actually a positive thing. Things like Pulse Chain, Cardano, things like Ethereum. I mean, these are some that I'm looking at, and I'm trying to catch the next cycle narrative because I'm still not really quite sure what's going to be. Last cycle, everybody knows, dog coins, NFTs, layer ones. The previous cycle was mostly digital money, so alternatives as cheaper bitcoins, things like cheaper versions of bitcoins, etc. And I'm trying to figure out what's going to be this one. I'm a bit inclined to interchain operability, things like Chainlink maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But my point is, this is the time now where you should get all the knowledge you can get. You should get all the security metrics that you can get. You need to understand where we are in the cycle so we can tune out the noise. This is when you should pick your projects very carefully. And here's something that also people should know. During the bull cycle, even scams outperform good projects for a while. That is the craziest part. Not joking, but even bad projects or scams can outperform good ones in the hype and the euphoria of the bull market. Will this be the latest big bull market? The ones to create generational wealth? I don't know. Maybe you get this one and the next one, but you do have the law of diminishing returns. Why? As more people are in the system, the harder it is to push the price up. Just like when Amazon runs 100-fold, it's more difficult that it runs another 100-fold. See what I mean? But in any case, I do think this cycle will be something to behold. I do hope, I have a playlist of crypto basics that I think is very important that you get all the knowledge that you can right now, and then you make your own informed decisions. Don't fall for empty promises, don't fall for the bull market hype. And I always have a good rule of thumb. If you're having too much fun, that means it's probably time to sell. In my opinion, I cannot give you financial advice. You do whatever you want. If you're gonna go all in, during that period, it's up to you. Best of luck. I hope you all succeed. But this is some guidelines that I think we also always should live by. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.